Hi, guys. Okay, so we got real lucky in that last giveaway and we got a hero rank. We're going to take advantage of that, but first, we are going to check out our daily. Okay, I got 10 more minutes before I can claim that. We are going to check our quests just for fun. Let's see. 75 Vindicators. Yeah, good luck with that. 1,500 dirt. That's not too hard. I wish I had tons and tons of time to play right now. I do not. So we are going to be very, very quick about this. As a hero, I have 5 auction slots. So we're going to go take advantage of that. Armor is not super crazy important unless I'm PvPing. So we are going to, let's see, get ourselves a couple of these mending books because they do seem to sell very well. And we're going to get these on the auction house. Now I do have 5 slots. That does speed up our money quite a bit. I know I only listed 2 there. Somebody had suggested, let's take a look at the shop and at the PvP shop. Okay, so we can buy stuff. And you could buy Totems of Undying for 3K. All right, so let's get ourselves some of these. What if I get 16 to start? Did I have enough room in my inventory for that? I did. Okay, so that was 48K for that. And then he said he sells them on auction house for 20K a piece. That is still quite a profit. We have 3 more auction house slots. We're going to throw those up there. I think I will throw the rest of them in here with the stuff that I got off of the giveaway. And let's just double check that auction house really quick. See if anything happened to sell. Huh, they're not listed yet. Or either that or one of the books sold while I wasn't watching. One of the books did sell. Okay. What else did we get? We got this guy. Let's try selling that. It's a paladin helmet. It's a diamond set. We're wearing champion. That's better. We did check our kits just yesterday, and they're in that shulker down below. So we don't need to be doing that right now. We can open our dailies. We're going to check on the bundles. Now, we do have that one luxury bundle, but as you can see, it is still sitting on the shovel. I don't want a stinking shovel, so I ain't opening that. I could open it. I could sell it, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to open this. We're going to get ourselves some more money, some XP, more money. And plus, I have that daily to claim in just a few minutes. We also have that sell wand right there. I'm out of room in my chest, so I'm going to do merge tools. Put it together into one sell wand. I have 198 in one sell wand. We're going to check. Oh, look. All of those Totems of Undying just sold. Okay. Let's go with that. Maybe this might just turn into a let's play on auction house thing. Okay, this one has sharpness 3 on it and piercing 4. I don't know. Let's try 20K. Let's see if they're okay. Oh. Obviously. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we are out of auction house slots for the moment. It's because of that helmet. There you go. There's those totems. It does take a little bit for them to show up on auction house right away. We got 5 auctions going. And we are already up to 2.84 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these with me and a couple of just other random books. We're going to throw those up there. What else do I have in my inventory that I don't necessarily need? Not much, not much. We're going to move all that around. That's a couple of things. Okay, see, the Paladin helmet sold, so I can do another book. Yeah, let's just do it for 20K. It may or may not sell. That's fine. We got it free in the giveaway. So who cares about that for the moment? We're going to check our jobs. And I have my woodcutter active, so we're going to leave this. Go back. Digger. Join this job. And we're going to pop ourselves up over to the nether and spend a few minutes just digging to earn some more money. We are almost up at 3 million. And then we're going to take a look at Auction House and see like what kind of things we can sell. Oops. You know what I should have done and I didn't do it. I should have just teleported this way. One of the reasons why I set the home in the Soul Sand Valley guarantees I am in a Soul Sand Valley. Just decide where I want to be digging today. Yeah, sure. Hey, this looks like a great spot. We're going to come over here. We're going to take care of this lava really quick because I just feel like... There we go. I just didn't want to mess with it or have it bother me. It will go away shortly. The bad thing with the green, I thought that an auction had sold. It did not. It was just somebody's advertisement. I know it looks like I am being very repetitive, guys. Really, in the beginning, this is just kind of what you got to do to get that starter money that you need in order to get going. We're going to spend a little bit of time here, and then we are going to check out the auction house and put a plan in place onto what vaults we can get and strive for, or what would we want to get. I am thinking I have not showed you the fishing feature here on the server. So I was thinking a fishing rod. They're usually fairly cheap because, well, the fishing job's not exactly one of the better jobs. When you're in the fishing job, you only get money and XP when you catch fish. So all of the bowls and the mending books and the what else you get out of fishing, saddles, the broken bows and fishing rods, you know, stuff like that. You're not going to get any money or XP off of your fishing job by doing that. But it is a feature on the server, and they do have like a customized fishing thing. So I do want to show you that. And then, of course, if the rod doesn't give us anything super crazy exciting, we can always just sell it again. That's kind of my plan. How far away am I from 3 million? Just 100K? I feel like we could make that with a couple of good auctions. If those auctions sell, we should have no problem making 100K. Well, we have spent about 10 minutes and burned through half of a shovel right there. Let's go into our shop, into the block shop. I did not fill my inventory like I should have, but let's sell whatever I have. Unfortunately, over here seems to just be a lot of soul soil. Should have filled my inventory up, and I did not. So we're going to dump all of this. As you can see, I'm at 2.99 million. We're going to take another look at that auction house. And see, I did have a couple of things that sold on the auction house. I do have another book. Let's try that book for 20 just because, well, it gets rid of it and it gets me a couple of bucks. And I already have the 4 slots. Let's go back home. Now, I did just see right before I teleported on the left-hand side, it said that I should get another daily bundle in, looks like 9 minutes. Let's double check my daily because I know that was coming up close. Yep. Okay. And then we want bundle, daily bundle. What am I at? Ooh, a 3-day rabbit spawner. I don't know how I feel about these timed spawners. Okay. And there we are, guys. 3.04 million. Let's take a look at that auction house. And I don't think we really have any money for anything right now, but I do want to check out the premium items and just to give an idea of what some of these things are selling for. 5 mil for a fishing rod. So the other thing you want to do as you're looking at vault items here is you want to look at the enchants and you want to look at the enchant levels. And the better the enchant it has, the higher the price. The higher the level of that enchant, the higher the price. So we will have to go onto the website and take a look at what some of these newer items do and decide on what would be worth purchasing. And then what level or which enchant we want prioritized. Just judging from the prices of things, we're still going to have to be grinding for a little bit longer. I do appreciate your guys' patience in sticking with me in trying to make money. It is a grind. I did say that. How's my listings? They're still all there. Okay. So I do appreciate you guys kind of sticking with me in earning money. Something else that I can show you has to do with the harvester hoe. Okay, you get these out of your dailies, and I believe that you can catch them at pond. Now, your harvester hoe will automatically sell back to the shop as you harvest, and it replants your farm. So that is a great thing. I can get it all done in one fell swoop. It does a 3x3 area of my farm. Very, very quick way to harvest your farm. The other thing with the harvester hoe is if I do not want to sell it, but I want to collect it, I am going to crouch, click. Do not look at the ground here when you click. You want to look up away from the ground. And then I can harvest. And as you can see, what happens is it takes my crops and it puts it directly in my inventory. This will not work for your farmer job, and it will not work for your quests, which is one of the reasons why I was not using it earlier. It does work to gather items up. See, now I have my seeds and my potatoes and whatever I was harvesting. Or again, I can crouch and click and it will automatically sell it directly to the shop. You see that coming across in chat. It's telling me what I am making for each of those crops. It does work for all of the regular crops. It is a limited use item, just like your trench pickaxes, where you can only use it so many times. See, I am almost used it all up. It does also work on things such as like cocoa beans, sugar cane, pumpkins and melons, although that is kind of funky if you're depending on how you have your farm set up. It does do a 3x3, but of course you always have that block where the pumpkin or the melon is growing from. So that's that. And as you saw, as I was harvesting, when I ran out of uses, it just disappears and breaks. There's absolutely no sense in me putting mending on it. There's no sense in me upgrading it to a netherite, kind of like the trench. The trench is also a diamond pickaxe. You don't put mending on it. Don't upgrade it to netherite. It has a select amount of uses, and once it's used up, it's used up. There's no way to extend it except to get yourself another tool, another similar tool. You know, like I was saying with these trenches here. Okay, 500 uses, that will break. 488, that one will break. This one I have combined into 2,000. You can combine them, and that is the only way you can lengthen the amount of time that you have it or amount of uses that are in it. Okay, so I'm sitting here building and I'm watching chat. So Salty PvP here is leveling up their city, and I am going to show you guys, because I haven't done it. Where would that be? Is it under level up your city? Okay, so level up your city so you can place higher on the city leaderboard. Level up one time. I have never leveled up. This is a level 0 city, $15,000. Every time you level up, it costs more. Going up to level 2 will cost whatever is higher than 15,000. I have no idea. And then it just goes up with each and every level. Now, if you open the leaderboard, top 5 cities at the end of every month can win Orebits. Only the top 5. That's it. And you get a Legends prefix in front of your name. That one right there. You see 24-hour guy? He's a Legend too. His city has been on the top 5 twice. Other than that, leveling up your city does nothing. You're not going to get extra claims. You're not going to get extra money. You're not going to, whatever type of perk that you think you may want or get, you're not going to get more co-ops, more members, whatever. You have to be in the top 5. You can go over to spawn. We're going to pop on over to spawn real quick and I'll show you. Where did they hide that leaderboard? I think it's back here. Top cities by bank. Okay, so top cities. So you could see the list of all the cities right here, and you could see what level they are currently at. 103, 100, 44, 30. There's no sense in sinking all of your money into your levels unless you can get into the top 5. These guys down at the bottom that have 5, 6, 10 levels, that was just a complete waste of money. You have to get the top 5. Now, how much money? It's gonna take millions and millions of dollars. You do, however, get those Orebits. So, I mean, that's good if you can make it and you got that much money saved up to get there. It does reset at the end of the month. So I'm just letting you know, me personally, increasing your city levels is a complete waste of money unless you can get, again, top 5. Top 5 gets Orbits. Top 5 also comes over here into the Hall of Fame where you can click this guy. As you can see, it talks a little bit about the levels. You can go into here and you can see the history of players and how many times they've been a legend. So that's what your city levels are. And again, it's unless you're going to get the top 5 and have but tons of money saved, it's pretty much kind of a waste of your money. So I was perusing Auction House and I came across this and I thought I'd want to show you. So this guy is selling one renamed emerald for $420 million. There is absolutely nothing special about this emerald. One, if you do decide to sell it, hey, he's $420 million richer. Yay, go him. But secondly, one of the reasons why he did this is he is advertising his city warp. As you can see, he has renamed it. It says CWDK Trade. And that's just one of the ways that they advertise here on this server. If you do decide to buy it, do not be upset and be like, oh, darn, I got a singular emerald. It told you exactly what it was in the auction house. And you were the one that chose it to buy it for $420 million. It's not his fault. He did not scam you. You want to buy an overpriced emerald? That is on you. You can be unhappy about it, but it was your choice. So I'm going to apologize in case you guys feel like I'm skipping around a little bit. I honestly did not think you guys just wanted to sit here for hours on end and watch me grind a wheat field, as my daily quest was once again harvest wheat, carrots, and potatoes. So I have been busy doing that. This is now all wheat again. In the meantime, while I was waiting for that to grow, I did get a potato farm planted. And down here, I am working on the carrot farm. It's all ready. It just needs some water and some carrots. And then we're mining out the hole for the next farm. Like I said, I am prioritizing the quests, but then again, look over in my money. It's $4,046,000. Okay. So you can do this as a free to play. I'll tell you, it is a big, big help if you go to those giveaways and get ranked like I did. I do only have 5 auction slots, but like you saw what I was doing earlier, I am selling mending books. Where's my mending books? I think I might be out. Yep, I'm selling mending books at $45K. I'm selling Totems of Undying at $20K. Because I am a hero, I'm able to claim kits every 3 days. And so I've been doing that. Something I did want to tell you guys about Hero, and I'll go through the globe, but then I'll also show you a shortcut, is if you go over here under Profile, now that I have rank, I can go to Open Vaults. You open your vault, and all the vaults are here. As a hero, you only get 1. As a demi, you can have up to 11. Oh, actually, I was wrong. They did recently change that. So as a hero, you do have 2 vaults. Now, something to keep in mind. Your vault is very similar to like an ender chest without having to carry the ender chest. Only you can access it. And better than an ender chest, it is the size of a double chest. So as a hero, I get 2 vaults, but here's the thing I need to remember back in here under Profile. My rank expires in 3 weeks, 4 days, 19 hours, 52 minutes, and 45 seconds. If I have anything in that vault when my rank expires, I can no longer access it. It will stay in there. You know, it's kind of like you put stuff in your ender chest and you break your ender chest, the stuff inside doesn't disappear. You can put your ender chest back down and access it. Similar concept. The stuff will stay in there until I get rank again. So don't be crying, oh, I put my most important prized possession in my vault, my rank expired, and then want staff to get it out. They won't. They will say it's under player error. You will see when I get closer towards the expiration date in my rank, it does warn me at the top of the screen, your rank will expire. It happens about the last week or so. It'll say in chat, it'll say at the top, it'll give you a pop-up that says, hey, yo, your rank's going to expire. It will be annoying. So don't tell me that you did not know. Staff does not really care about that. Sorry, you should have been paying more attention and gotten the stuff out of your vaults. So you want to make sure that you do that. Your most precious and prized possessions are going to be locked away until you get rank again. So make sure you remember that. Something else to keep in mind, you remember that zombie villager that I saw a couple of episodes ago, and I wasn't even going to bother with teleporting and then coming back because I knew that he would despawn while I was gone. So currently I got my silk pickaxe, remember me making that, got my ender chest. In your ender chest, and you can keep it in a shulker if you want, you want to make sure you have a name tag for your zombie villager and your weakness and your golden apple if you do want to have villagers. Because if you teleport away, he will despawn. So you want to have those items handy. And I think by keeping them in my ender chest, it will be handy because then I can just plop it down kind of whenever and access it. There are no villages on Earth. The villages are only in Resource World, and you have two ways to get villagers on Earth. One, you find those zombie villagers and you turn them and then you breed them and you can make your little trading hall like CW Dutch. Or two, you buy yourself a mob net and you capture him in Resource World and you bring him back to Earth. Those are the only two ways to get villagers here on Earth. But as you saw with CW Dutch having a very big villager trading hall, I have not had to worry about that. I just pop over there and get my books and whatever I want from the villagers and emeralds and things of that nature. I may or may not make a trading hall. I am not 100% sure if that is a route I want, if that is a task I want to take. We still have lots of room down here. This level is going to be at level 15. No. This level has to be down here at 8. So we still have at least another 60 blocks to go down to bedrock. And the upside is here on Earth, the bedrock is flat. So it makes it very easy to build down at bedrock level. Okay, guys, you've seen me come to this warp many, many times. This is City Warp Cold. Anytime I have a weekly quest and I got to run over here and kill some sort of mob. Now, I have talked about how I come over here, I get the mob drops, I kind of collect them, I take them back to my base, and I do stuff with them. What I never saw, don't know why I didn't see it, but I just saw this. Faster XP, but no drops. Okay, so the downside is I'm not going to get any drops that I can use in my farm or anything, but currently I am running this creeper quest, and the creepers up there don't spawn fast enough. He only has a couple of creeper spawners up there, and like blazes I could run out in no time, like 10-20 minutes. But the creepers are so slow, it takes forever. But come down here, take a look. Now I do have to come around, look for the creeper. But I can kill so many creepers. They're stacking down here. So if I'm not too concerned about the drops and I'm looking for either XP or I'm looking to run a quest, you know, if it was the Blaze quest, here you go, I come over here and hit this guy. If it was the zombie quest, I come over here and hit that guy. There's a zombie in there somewhere. Okay, so I can just come over here and kill the creepers and get them so much faster than the way I was getting them before. Things I have not had to do on my main account, and so things I am learning. It always helps. Explore the shops that you are at and read the signs. people on here are so inventive in their machines and things for their visitors and games they have around their place. We are definitely going to have to do a video on different warps on the server that you could go to and things to do. We'll spend some time exploring around in a little while, but right now I'm going to get this quest finished. Okay, everyone, I am sitting at 5.34 million. I do have, let's go over here into my bundles. I do have a few dailies. I'm going to sit here and open these while I talk to you. So what I have done is I do have some claims, and I am working on setting up a shop. I'm kind of making that part of a priority right now because as a hero, I have 40 shops that I can set, and they will stay. So if I set them while I'm a hero, then when I lose rank, guess what? I still have 40 shops that I am going to be able to edit. And that is going to help us. I'm not going to say that shops are a major money maker, but I also want to show you guys how to set a warp, how to set a shop, and things you can do with your shop. So kind of exploring all of the different features here on the server. One of the things that I am up to. Okay, no more daily bundles left. I had a bunch of those hoarded up. Let's dump some stuff off. Don't think I got near as much money as I would have liked. And the Selmons. Okay. Okay, so I'm at 5.4. I did go through the website, and I'm going to put the link in the description of the website for the vault items. And primarily what I'm looking at for now is the most recent ones because, one, the older the vaults are, the more expensive they are. So we don't want to be doing that. Don't have enough money for that kind of stuff. They are getting more and more common as more and more players are playing. So when you look at, let's say, like one of the very first bundles, the Greek bundles, there's nowhere near as many of those as they are, say, the Meow bundle that just now came out this month, that they are still selling items for. So I'm looking at newer bundles, and I went through and I took a look at what some of the custom enchants do, and we are going to try to find one that I am able to purchase and flip. Not going to guarantee that I'm going to make the best decision either, because I might think it's good, and then when I get it, I find out that it's nerfed to the point where it's not good. So, you know, you never know. They're always changing the probabilities on these things. You just can't tell. Okay, guys, so I am looking, and first off, what I got is I have 5.41 mil. That's what I got to work with. There are not tons and tons of vaults that are at that price range. The Phoenix staff is not very good. It doesn't do hardly any damage. It's more of just a fun little thing. It says it shoots powerful magic. It ain't that powerful. But I mean, it's a fun little toy, but not what I am looking for. There's another Phoenix staff. Okay. I'm actually looking for something that is useful that players would want. Okay, that right there is a full spatula, just to make you aware. Absolutely no enchants on it. It is essentially a netherite shovel. It was given out for free. Nothing special about that guy. Okay, so we have this shovel. Let's see. It gives me treasure and money. What do we think, guys? Might be a totally... I get so hesitant. I don't play with these enough to know 100%. We are going to grab this. And I think... Okay, I don't have hardly nothing in my inventory. I think what we will do... Oops. Oh, shoot. Don't do that. And what we will do is we will go into the nether. We'll test drive this for a little bit. It says, okay, it says it gives haste and resistance. I mean, whatever, I don't really care. Oops. I got a better spot. I have a soul sand. We're going to work our job for a bit with this and see how this does. So, worst case scenario, we're still making money with our job. Let's make sure. Let's make sure I am in my job. Digger is active. Let's go find ourselves some soul sand. Oh, beautiful. A nice little chunk of soul sand here. This may or may not be good. I don't know. We shall see. An emerald. It did say it grants money. It is a 3-3, which is kind of mid. The gold ones are always maxed. This is not gold. We'll spend a few minutes at our digger job here. Worst case scenario, we are doing the digger job that we should be working at anyway. Now, because the shovel gives items, I can't fill my inventory up with the soul sand like I normally do. Otherwise, then I won't pick up the items that it would. And I don't know. I don't have a clue what it'll give me. It says treasure and money, but you don't tell me what the treasure is. The treasure could be a variety of things. I don't know exactly what the definition of treasure is. I get it, guys. I looked in my inventory. Guess what's in my inventory? Heart of the Sea. You know what that means? I know exactly what the shovel gets. It's a buried treasure. So it's pulling from the buried treasure loot table, which isn't bad. I mean, buried treasure has some pretty cool things and diamonds and stuff in there, so that's not going to be too bad. Plus, as I said, we are going to need to be setting up our shops, and we got to decide what is it we want to be putting in our shops. I got a few ideas on a couple of things. I don't think I have 40 shops worth of stuff, but you know, as you play along and collect stuff and grind, you can come up with different things. Well, guys, I wanted to stay longer, but my shovel's almost dead. Trying to decide how to fix it. I could throw mending on it, but then you also have a lot of players who don't like to have mending on their vaults. And it's one of those things where if I put it on, I can't exactly just take mending off. They're very picky about that. Let's see what kind of enchants we have on here. Fortune 6. Okay, I do believe the fortune only goes up to 5. So I would not... in efficiency 7. So I would not want to put this in a grindstone, because if I do, if I put it in a grindstone, then it would delete that. And with vanilla enchants, there's no way I'm going to get Fortune 6 and Efficiency 7. Why do we even have Fortune on a shovel now that I think about it? What am I going to mine with a shovel that requires Fortune? If you guys have any idea on what you would use Fortune for on a shovel, let me know down in the comments. We are going to try this. And this is very risky, and they don't know this account. And I'm not going to tell them it's me, because I do kind of want to try and play like a free-to-play. How the heck do you spell it? Okay. I do want to play like a free-to-play. and depend on them the way that I would if I was a free-to-play player, just some random player. So if you don't know the player, this is risky because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him my vault item and I'm gonna ask him to mend it. And he may or may not have to give it back. Technically, staff will not call it a scam because I gave it to him. Did I misspell his name? Or was he shouting? Is he not on Earth? Where is he? That's the one bad thing about being a patron. It's the one bad thing about being a patron is when they shout, it shouts across all the game modes and they might not be in game modes. Okay, so he might not be online because it says to DM him. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to find someone else. What I am looking for is a demigod. A champion would work. I am not seeing anyone yapping. Let's try. Wonder if anyone's at N6000. We shall take a look around. And sometimes it is a hunt. Okay, I am still looking around. Before I dump this stuff off, I want to show you what I did get from the shovel. I got 10 diamonds, 20 emeralds, 12 shells, and 4 Heart of the Seas, and I picked up some quartz. I don't know if I'm going to build with it or what just yet. We will throw all these in here so they are nice and safe, and then continue on our hunt. I am not having any luck. This is not going to be good if I can't get that shovel mended. For the moment, to keep it safe, we will just throw it in our ender chest. All right, so we are back again, and it is time to claim our daily. So let's get that claimed. Where are we sitting? On a 3-day streak. See, guys, I got busy in life and I missed it. And now I'm back on 3 days. That's only $1,500. Oh, no. Okay. That is awful. I was trying so hard to keep that streak up. Okay, well, let's just open our bundles. It's so sad. You're going to find me missing money on so many things. You guys are going to be way more diligent than me. You a harvester hoe. All right. Let's toss this in here. I have a couple of hoes. Let's do merge tools because I am running out of room in that chest. Alrighty, now put you back in there. I have two things I want to do while I'm hero. One, I want to run a bunch of auctions. Not going to guarantee how that's going to go, but that is really the best way to be making money. And so I'm going to try to see how many auctions we can get going on. And then I also want to get our shop set up because while I'm a hero, I get 40 chest shops. Okay. And sorry, what did I say? I cannot type and talk. So I want to at least get them set up because even if they're set up, I can edit them. I can change the item. I can change the price, but I got to get them set. And as long as I don't delete them, I can modify them when I do not have rank. So we're going to check what do I have on the auction house currently. I shouldn't really have anything, but I do have these two things. Okay, so we're just going to relist those guys and then throw some other things in the auction house. What do I have that I can throw in there? What are you? Epic shards. Let's open you up and see if you're anything I might want. Shockwave, haste, featherweight, molten, hook 3. That's kind of nice for fishing rods. We have a bait one downstairs, I believe. Barbarian, permafrost, hook 1. We can definitely get rid of that hook 1, I think. Molten's kind of good if I had a decent armor set. Okay, let's grab these. I think I have that shulker down below. Do I have anything else hiding? You. Okay. Got some stuff hiding in here, and we're going to throw some of this up on auction house as well. Okay, so we're going to take these 100%, 100%. I need to get that one up. Interestingly enough, in case you notice, I am sitting on my stake. When I open up, there are issues. If I'm on this and I try to open a chest, it has issues. So I got to be on some other item. We got legendary. Legendaries are nice to open the enchants. And then I'm going to, it's only a bait 1, but that's okay. It's an 87. If I find another bait 1, that will definitely give me the opportunity to increase it more. I don't really kind of want to waste I need a 22. Okay, fine. 8, 11, 3. 3. Okay. We're going to put that in there for now. Why in the world do I have cobble in my ender chest? Whatever. Whatever. And a convulse. Okay. So we're going to throw some of this stuff up on auction house and make it 100%. Make it 100% if we can. Throw it up on auction house and see how those go. Okay, guys, there's a sweeping edge book on auction house. You remember what I said about the sweeping edge book? You could buy it for 5 orbits, but you're not going to be able to put it on anything in the anvil. It flat out won't work. That is why I enchanted and disenchanted that sword. So if you wanted Sweeping Edge, you can combine it with something else on a sword. Do not buy the books. Okay, guys, I am just not having very good luck, and I could not find a demi to mend this, but we are going to throw it back up on Auction House and see if we can flip it. So we bought it for 3.5 mil. Was it 3 mil? 3.5. We're going to put it on for 4. We're going to put it on for 4. Let's see if that works. Oh, ha ha ha. Dummy, forget the M. Minimum price is 100. So 4 mil for a broken spoon shovel. But if you're a demi, you can fix it. And then I have enchanted books, a hero X, a hero pickaxe. We shall see. Well, there we go. Big guy him bought it for 4 mil. So we did manage to make a little bit of a profit. Not much of a profit, but a bit. We are up to 6.33 mil.